Okay, and we are live. Welcome everyone to the very first episode of the Gamer Idea Foundry. I'm your host Andre of GVGINU. With me right now are Games Rosa and Jay Fleming. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves, please. Games go first.
Oh, why, thank you very much. Um, hey guys, Games Rosa slash Gamer906, call me whatever. Glad to be here. Can't wait to see what ideas he got in store for us. Hope you enjoyed too.
Yeah.
Is this
All
on me?
right, Jay, go ahead and let people know about you, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's good to be here. It's your boy Jay, owner operator of the Game Cafe. Ready to see what kind of ideas we got rolling around for tonight.
And yeah, this is probably going to be something that many Sega and Nintendo fans have dreamed of for years. A combination of Mario and Sonic that is not the Olympic Games. Gosh, I'm tired of those. But this idea is for a true, proper Mario and Sonic platformer. So if that, sorry, people getting tongue tied. If that piqued your curiosity, please continue listening. So I'm going to break it down in sections. I'm going to start off with gameplay. I'm going to run down to characters. Then I'll do items, and lastly, I'll end off on level types. And the weirdest thing I've probably thought of for this idea is my multiplayer mode, but we'll get to that. That'll be the very last thing because the way that has to be described is going to be yeah. So I'm going to get going in on this gameplay. So it's to be perfectly honest, there's no set system for Mario and Sonic from any one particular game that would work for this idea. And I actually wrote the article for this like 3 years ago. So I took ideas from Super Mario 64, Sonic Adventure, Knuckles Chaotix, and Super Mario Galaxy, as well as a bit from New Super Mario Brothers U. But you'll understand where those parts come in a little bit later. Not you, we. I wrote it before Mario U. But I hate getting tongue tied, and this is live, and I'm hosting. I feel embarrassed,
Breathe,
but we'll
dude.
keep going.
Breathe, breathe.
I am breathing.
Just breathe. Woosah,
Uh,
woosah.
all right. From Mario 64, I thought to take like big open world environments and like search mission type things like they have in levels. People who've played it would understand. Like at certain times, you'll have to find a particular character and take them a certain place. Penguins. Or you might have to beat a certain boss at a certain spot that you didn't go to before in the level the first time. And for Sonic Adventure, the Sonic Adventure series, the kind of level design, at least for certain types of levels, like for like speed based, where you have all these crazy loops and obstacles to avoid and jump around. From Knuckles Chaotix, the tether system, because this is the key to this game. Without it, you can't have Mario and Sonic characters together at the same time. And Super Mario Galaxy, the ability for an additional person to drop in and out of the game at any time is would also work pretty well for online play if it was implemented, but that would be something to be seen. And from New Super Mario Brothers, and this might sound a little funny, but I mean we saw it work out for Super Mario 3D World, and that would be to have four-player co-op on pretty much every level possible, which would mean there would have to be some split screen, at least for people playing at home together. It might sound difficult, but if you could see it the way I see it, you'll understand exactly what I mean. And now to let my panelists here give their opinions on those first few tidbits, because I know if I waited to the end, everybody would be like, so who wants to go first?
All right, I'll take a crack at it first. Okay, let's see. I like the idea of the Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy because it would have to be big to an extent. You have to have like a more like opened out levels or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, because I can't see it like unless you're gonna flip it to like a 2D portions in stages, which would actually be cool. That way you could like do the homage thing in certain sections. I would think of the level, but you would need to have it more opened out just because that's more modern, as it were.
Hmm.
uh, don't get mad at me, but I never played Knuckles Chaotix, so
Thank God.
Well, that's the only thing from Knuckles Chaotix that I included, which was probably the best thing about the game, was the tether system, which that got used again in Sonic Advance 3.
okay.
So
Sonic Advance 3.
that's the only thing I took from that. Because if I took anything else, I wouldn't be able to, you know, actually make the game happen.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that. I'm liking the openness ideas, and I'm liking. But my thing is, okay, you want to do like a 4 player like Mario World, right? Where you have like the 4 players drop in. I guess you could drop in and drop out. Would be my guess. At least that's what I would think would be drop in, drop out instead of just having to go all the way through the level. So if that was the case, would you just have like Mario specific or Sonic specific uh, portions, or would you have like portions where either or can do it? I guess that would be my question. Like if you whatever character you pick from whatever uh, game type, would it be uh, that person specific, or would you just be able to do it with whoever?
For the most part, all of the levels would be able to be done with pretty much anyone, but there would be specific sections where you might have to switch.
Ah, okay,
And I would definitely have like specific routes for certain characters that can't be accessed without them.
okay, okay.
But that would also come into the go back into the game and play it again because you wouldn't start out with everybody available.
Okay, so
You would have to earn the extra characters in.
makes sense. That adds to the replayability. Okay, all right.
Yep. Oh,
Like
I was thinking way ahead with this.
I'm liking the idea so far. I'm liking it.
Games, you there?
Yes, I am. Um, now I like the idea. In the way of the levels. Now, is it gonna? My only problem is like, how would you put it? Like, say, Mario into Sonic levels. You know,
Well,
saying
that's where the tether system comes in.
a tether
Because
system.
yeah, see,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tether them with. Maybe like a big rope, something like that. I haven't thought that part out because that's a minor detail that can be done later.
Hmm.
But the tether system is set up so that the faster characters, the Sonic characters, when they're on those types of levels, they can take control and run with it. And think of it this way. Say Sonic's going to run off of an edge and you don't have time to stop him. You can swap to Mario real quick, make him ground pound, and hold him in place and stop Sonic from falling off. You
That
see?
would be nice. Yeah.
Or put it like this, you can also think of it the reverse. Have Sonic revving up to run off and speed burst, and have Mario holding him back, and then let Mario release and Sonic takes off at a higher speed than he was going to initially.
All right. Because the thing is, I would think of it like, let's say if we put Mario into a Sonic level, let's say Radical Highway in Sonic Adventure 2.
Bad thing is, I
Um,
thought about that level too when I came up with the idea.
I love the Radical Highway.
yeah,
Yes.
man. Now I'm thinking like what you could do is um, basically put it as, you know how he has the star power and basically runs like crazy with his arms wide open and just like running like a drunk man. So
Yeah.
basically, I think like that would work out for levels like that, because it's like it's a Sonic level, but Mario can actually be at least fast when he's with the star power, and that could actually like work in.
Well, that could be utilized, but we don't want the Mario characters to be too fast because then that kind of negates the Sonic characters in a way.
Hmm.
Because if you make them faster, match their speed, then there's no point in them.
Well, I'm not saying like put them in like the same speed as like Sonic. I'm just saying like
Oh, they wouldn't. They still wouldn't be slow. Just they wouldn't be as fast because. Looking at it, I thought about that. I was like, if they get too fast, people are not going to want to use the Sonic characters. Then there's no point in having them around. It's just Sonic, Mario, and Sonic's world at that point.
Yeah.
And another thing I didn't even think about saying, since we know that we can't share a health system, I should have talked about the whole thing from Super Mario 2, the heart system. I completely forgot about that. I needed to say something about it, but yeah, because you can't use rings for Sonic characters and you can't use mushroom power-ups for Mario characters.
Yeah, so
the heart system would have to be in place on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the because I know they introduced it in like Sonic Adventure 2 with that whole extreme thing with the whole on the rails and all that stuff. Would that be involved in it too? Because they kind of have it in like Sonic World a little, in Sonic Lost World, and it was in Sonic Generations. They usually, ever since Sonic Adventure 2, they try to add like at least 1 or 2 levels where he's like grinding on rails and flipping off rails and all that craziness.
I would probably say put those in there, but wouldn't make it like a mandatory thing. Because since somebody wants to play with the Mario character at certain portions, where they might want to take a slower pace. And they might want to explore a bit, but put the rails in if you want to just like run Sonic and have him jump on a rail and drag Mario on it, and they both grind across it.
It makes sense.
It would look a little funny, but
it would be hilarious, dude. I'd do it on purpose.
Yeah, it would look a little funny, but at the same time, you'd still be able to have your speed and efficiency if you just want to like run the level real quick.
Oh, okay.
But those would have to only be in like a speed type of stage. It couldn't be in like one where you're meant to explore around a whole lot, because if at that point they're useless unless it's like a specific portion of that stage where you can't get to it without speed.
Okay.
But then that would make it mandatory, and that's what I would want to avoid doing. But then again, maybe it probably would be better to have that like that. That way people can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to make Mario run up this pole and grind."
Yeah, because I'd be the first person to do that just to see how long I could have it going.
He wouldn't get halfway up.
Like, I know I can make it to the top. No, I can't. I'm gonna try anyway.
But any other questions, real quick?
Nah.
No, I'm good on that one.
Yeah.
All right. So next, I'll get down into the characters real quick. And my computer is annoying me because there's this ad that keeps playing in my ear. But I'll jump to the characters and go back up to items because I'm still going partially off of my article. Certain things I'm changing because other games have come out since then. But your first 4 playable characters: Mario, Sonic, Luigi, and Shadow. Those are the first 4 characters you get in the game. Those are the ones you start off with. You can set them up in any pairing of Mario and Sonic character. So you're not tied to Mario and Sonic together and Luigi and Shadow together.
Dude, that's how I roll.
Yeah. You could have Luigi and Sonic or Mario and Shadow if that's what you want to do. But those would be the initial 4 characters originally. And Luigi, in comparison to Mario, would be who he has always been. Higher jump, better jump, being a bit taller. Outside of that, you can figure out what you want with him. Maybe he's a little bit weaker than Mario too, but that would be a moot point. But
Yeah.
As far as the characters that you would have to save and unlock to play, you have Toad, who is probably the fastest Mario character there is.
Basically.
Tails. I mean, obviously, the Sonic's buddy. Wario. And Wario because I just like Wario.
I can see Wario.
And
Yeah.
you get Knuckles.
You gotta have Knuckles.
Being the Sonic powerhouse.
Yeah, you gotta have Knuckles.
Peach with her jump and glide.
As long as she don't get kidnapped.
No.
Well, you couldn't play. Well, they have to get kidnapped. They kind of got to get kidnapped to be saved and played with.
Not exactly. I mean, you could just have a sleep at the castle.
Then Amy, obviously. I mean, not a lot of people like her, but she is a staple in Sonic now.
I'm just saying, she a stalker. She the first animated stalker to ever come.
Daisy. I have to explain Daisy, though, because everybody would look like she's pretty much just an alternate skin for Peach. And I even wrote that in the article, sadly. But I was rethinking. I didn't write it exactly like that, but yeah. Daisy would be in the game, but we'd have to make her play sort of like what Luigi is to Mario. Make her feel a bit looser, give her a better jump, but make her glide a little bit weaker. Maybe make it like a little bit less controllable, shorter distance maybe. Not exactly sure, but she would have to be a little bit different than Peach to justify her to be there, rather than them being exactly the same. Because that would annoy the hell out of me.
Yeah.
And then Rouge the Bat, who, for her, I would give her the original traditional Sonic moves and get rid of, not completely get rid of her fighting abilities that she had in Sonic Adventure 2, but give her the original jump where they spin in a ball, give her the spin dash, and I would change her glide ability to flying. She's a bat. She has wings. She should fly. I don't know what Sega was thinking.
Well,
but I didn't like it.
I guess they were trying to match her up with Knuckles because Knuckles couldn't fly himself, so they just like, okay,
well,
screw it, just glide.
Well, the thing is, I think Rouge does fly. It's just, it's just because it's a game. They don't want it to be like.
Yeah, I know she can actually fly in like the series and the comics and stuff like that, but in a game she hasn't done it. That's the difference there. And this character would probably, everybody would think would be odd, but Toadette, because she's never been in a platformer. Toadette. And I'm pretty sure somebody would like to play as her. I don't know how she would compare to Toad, though, because there would have to be something better about her somewhere than Toad and weaker in another area, but I'd have to figure that one out. And another character who I think probably gets looked at a little funny, Cream the Rabbit.
Yeah, of course you're going to get looked at funny.
Little rabbit that can fly with big ears. I like that idea. Plus, she's fast. So, I would put her in there.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, do your breakdown on the character list. Who wants to go first?
I'll go for this. Now.
Go ahead, give me your dislikes first.
Now, I know Cream has been in the other series and all that. We haven't seen her in, like, a Sonic game since, like, well, Sonic Advance, I would have to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and, I mean, it would be alright. Rouge, since Knuckles is in there, too, I mean, I would understand that. But I don't think Daisy, I mean, I get it, but it's like...
There's got to be a counterpoint somewhere.
I know, but it's just like Daisy, we really haven't seen anything that she can do, really. It's just like, I mean, the only game we saw her do it was in, what was it called, Super Mario, a Japanese version that never came to America, basically.
Yeah.
And That's basically it. I mean, we really don't know what she does.
Well, we'd have to make some stuff up for her then. Give the character some ability. Shit, flesh her out. I
But
mean,
the thing is,
if that fails, I can always swap her for Rosalina.
that could work. I like that.
Yeah, I kind of figured he like that.
But yeah, I mean that could be working out, like swapping with Rosalina, because I mean, at least she has that whole like spin attack stuff, and I mean really Daisy, I mean.
We just want to leave her as a party character, I guess.
Yeah. But everybody else, I mean, it would make sense, Mario, Sonic, Luigi, and Tails. Even though we already saw how that worked out. Basically, and Knuckles and Wario, because they're both like the strong ones in the series in both of them. So that would work. I would say, I don't know if you were thinking about this, but Silver.
I thought about Silver, and then I looked at it, I was like,
Yeah.
nah. Because I had thought about Silver and Blaze too, and I was like, that's just too many characters at that point.
Yeah.
And who do I pull from Mario's side that fits well with those two?
But it's just like, if you're gonna equal it out from each one, I would go with like, all right, so you got Mario, Sonic, Luigi, Tails, Knuckles and Wario, Peach and Amy, and then I really don't, and Rosalina and Rouge, I guess. So it's like, each one face off which.
But then you'd be putting Toad with Shadow. Do you
Toad, oh my god.
Do you really think Shadow would be nice to Toad?
Of course he wouldn't. He'd probably shoot him.
That's why I at least put Luigi with Shadow. Shadow might dislike Luigi, but he might be able to stomach him a little better than Toad.
All right, I'll go.
And put Tails with Toad.
I actually think Toad has a chance. With Tails, I can't.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's basically, as you can see, my dislikes for pros. So.
All right, Jay.
Let's see. I don't really have a lot of dislikes on that one. The only thing is, the whole Daisy. You right. She would have to be fleshed out, because I know who. Daisy's an interesting conundrum, to say the least. But yeah I mean,
I'd be doing Nintendo a favor.
Yeah, because Nintendo would be like, well, just drop Daisy and put Rosalina, since we're trying to push Rosalina. So, and that's just the truth. That's just being honest. I do like the idea of pairing up like Mario, Sonic, Luigi, Shadow. I like that idea. Simply because I think that does work best. I think because when you think about it, Shadow actually skates on air. He doesn't really like run.
He doesn't run. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. Luigi actually jumps higher than Mario and is faster than Mario because he's scared a majority of the time. Dude, hey, that's not coming from me. That's coming from Nintendo. So
yeah.
I mean, Luigi is Shaggy in this in that series. He's the Shaggy.
He's Shaggy in the sense he gets stuff done, but he's afraid the whole time he's doing it.
Yeah, he is scared to death.
That's why I say Shadow would be able to stomach him, because even though he'd be scared, he would actually get stuff done.
Yeah. Knuckles and Wario. That is interesting. Seeing as how Wario.
I see them two fighting each other.
Yeah, because Knuckles actually is a good guy. Wario ain't really a good person.
But Wario has done good things before.
Dude,
but in this case, I think Wario would be just doing it just to get back at them for messing with him and his money.
Well, see, here's the thing. Oh, you can't count Smash Brothers Brawl's Subspace Emissary as him doing something good, all right? They kind of everybody in that game didn't have a choice. They just didn't have a choice in that
Well,
game.
this, like I said, I just explained he would probably just be going back after once I revealed the boss characters, he'd just be getting back at them for messing with
Yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah. 'Cause he is the kind of guy to do that, dude. Sidebar: I love that guy's first ever commercial for that Game Boy game. So that's why I like Wario. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's on
Oh, I
YouTube.
do.
Just
I do.
just go to YouTube, type in I think it's Mario and the Six Golden Coins first commercial. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, I like the pairings. I like the pairings. Except in all reality, though, I think they probably wouldn't. It'd probably be better to use Rosalina instead of Daisy, just because most people would be more comfortable with Rosalina since that's who they've really been pushing. Like you really don't see
Yeah, that's
Daisy till
possible.
like Mario Kart or
But,
Mario
but
Tennis or
then again,
something.
you gotta think I wrote this like 3 years ago, so.
Point. The point.
I mean, we knew of Rosalina, but we still didn't know much about her back then.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and
Daisy, we just still don't know much
we,
about.
we, all we know is she a brunette. That's all we really in a yellow dress.
She's a brunette with a yellow dress.
That's pretty much it. But yeah, the pairings, the pairings are fine with me. I mean, I still don't understand. Well, Tails is never gonna leave Sonic because that's his best
Yeah,
friend.
that's
But
his buddy, but
yeah,
he can't always do everything with Sonic.
yeah, and that did not sound right. And but pairing him up with Toad actually makes sense. Pairing him up with Toad does make sense because Toad actually is the servant slash whatever Princess Peach needs him to be. Normally,
Yeah,
a shield.
it would be the red and blue Toad too. It wouldn't
Yeah.
be one of them single colored ones.
You mean the human shields, the Toad shields,
The
Yeah.
ones that can't fight.
the red shirts from Star Trek. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good idea though. The
Okay,
pairings work.
so
The pairings work.
all right, so I'm going to move on to the boss characters then. Damn it, my freaking computer! It popped up with another ad. I'm sorry,
And
but the boss characters. Yeah, I probably should do that. The boss characters. Now, I know a couple of them probably might sound a little odd, but I'll give an explanation. Obviously, we're going to have Dr. Robotnik, aka Eggman, and Bowser, aka King Koopa. Those two will be there.
Okay.
But I also decided Wart from Super Mario 2, just because he's not a character we see very often. It would be nice to have him thrown in on some boss fights. Have to try to like stop him a few times. And the character I would love to see in the Sonic game, Scourge the Hedgehog, because he is everything that Sonic is not. He is completely opposite of Sonic, outside of moveset.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Scourge the Hedgehog. Nice, nice. I thought you were gonna go for something like Sephiroth or something. I've been like, yeah, that's a little bit too far out there. But that sounds like a good. Wouldn't you need like another one though?
Nah, outside of some omnipotent presence that brings them all together, I don't really think I need much, because those four could probably wreak a lot of havoc together.
Okay.
I mean, you got Robotnik with his robots, you got Bowser's army, you have Scourge, who is just as fast as Sonic, maybe a little bit faster, could probably round everybody up and drag them off. And you got Wart, who also has his own army. And heck, thinking about it, Scourge has his own group, so yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot to contend with.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. So
And I would say Scourge as he is in the Archie comics now, where he got the green fur and the leather jacket with the scratch across his chest,
yeah,
and he wears the sunglasses. That way, he's not evil Sonic anymore.
He's just horribly hair dyed Sonic.
Well, that's because of that whole incident with the Master Emerald that he tried to absorb its power.
Dummy.
So he changed color. He changed color, but he also got a lot stronger than Sonic.
Yeah, well, all Sonic got to do is go Super Saiyan 3.
That's why look, and Scourge has the Anarchy barrels, which make him do the same thing.
Okay, that's
So-
that's when you go call in a couple friends named Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo, and sue them for copyright infringement. I mean, that's what you do. And you know good and well Goku can't run from no fight.
Goku never runs from a fight.
There you
Even
go.
when he getting his behind beat.
There you go. And I just saved Archie a way to finish out that arc.
Oh man.
Well,
Man, Games, you a little quiet there.
I'm just trying to process all this.
He was like, man, all those characters, it's awesome.
Yeah, but all right, because I'm looking at Scourge. Okay, I see what you're talking about. I had to pull that one up because I couldn't remember what he looked like. Okay.
But you see my point now, right?
Yeah, I do. Okay.
Come on, Games. You got to process a little quicker here. You got to pimp him.
I don't know, man.
I'm running low on jokes, Games. You're gonna have to help me. You have to say something.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right.
He's having a fangasm.
I know. So you got Scourge, you got Robotnik, you got King Thief. I mean Bowser.
Bowser.
I mean
King Kidnapper.
yeah, King Kidnapper. I'm like, dude, what in the world, man? Yeah, but okay, so you got them three.
And Wart. Wart is the oddball.
Yeah, so how?
Wart is the oddball because we've only seen him in the dream world.
Yeah. But
There
he
would
could
have to be
actually
some
work.
sort of
He could actually work. He could actually
There would
work.
have to be a logical, as far as Mario and Sonic, logical
Yeah.
explanation for him.
Well, you already got it, Scourge. Scourge and Robotnik. If Scourge is as powerful as this Wikipedia is saying, and Robotnik can tear open the hole, boom, you got him.
Pull him from the dream realm into reality.
Yep. And Archie, I just gave you another arc. You're welcome. So, yeah, that makes sense.
And they're 4 well-rounded bosses as far as these games have gone. And it would be Scourge's first time in an actual video game, an official game.
Yeah.
I mean, because there are fan games with him in it, but it would be his first time officially in a game, and it would make sense.
That would be nice. Like
So now, so Games, do you have anything to say now that your fangasm is over?
How about
It's still happening.
no. The thing is, I could see that happening a lot. Bowser basically would just go after, let's say, the women in this whole game.
Actually, you got a point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to rescue the females from Bowser. That would make more sense. But
Yeah.
he can't hog them all because there's not enough characters for that.
I know. And then Robotnik and what was his name again?
Scourge.
Scourge. Almost reminds me of. I almost would have said Courage then.
Scourge the cowardly dog. No, we don't need him in this game.
Yes, you do. You always need that dumb dog.
But yeah, it's just I would say like having them just work together and then have it with Bowser, because since Robotnik has basically all these minions of himself, and then not of himself, but he has all these minions for everything, and then little robot and
He has a whole bunch of robotic Sonics.
yeah, basically. And then you have Bowser that has a whole bunch of like.
But you know what? This would create an interesting situation because this would make the perfect opportunity for Robotnik to make a Mecha Mario.
Oh, but wouldn't that be basically like? Oh wait, no. I was thinking about Metal Mario for a second. Um, but
That's why I said Mecha instead of Metal.
yeah. But like you could have it where all their like let's say the army of Bowser's army and Robotnik's basically whole robotic army going after everybody and everybody just fights all those armies.
Well, no, you're turning this into an action adventure.
He's going Michael Bay on this dude.
Oh, come on, man. We don't need Explosion Central.
We about to blow New York. He turned this thing into Michael Bay.
Hey, I'm not putting it like in the Ninja Turtles where they put explosions for no reason in the trailer.
And Ninjaless Foot Soldiers.
You talking about the Immortals from 300?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh, that was awesome. All right.
All right.
Yeah, I could see something happening with all of them, just not my way because I focus a lot with like action.
Yeah, that might be a little bit too much action for
But actually, seeing as how you said that would actually be smart because Bowser. I know we just joked about Bowser, always kidnapping the women, but Bowser has used diversions before. Bowser ain't dumb.
He's not stupid, but he ain't all that bright either sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like if that's the case, he could probably him and Robotnik will probably send their stuff out so they can get characters.
They wouldn't just hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say it wouldn't just be kidnapping the characters though. They'd also be taking. I should have said this before, but the Chaos Emerald and the 7 Star Spirits.
Well, you got to understand. Bowser don't care about no jewels. Bowser care about the women.
But Bowser wants the power to have the women. He would care about the power of those emeralds once Robotnik told him about it.
Bowser is, the pimp Don Magic Bowser, So, yeah, I can see that though. I can see that.
Don Magic Bowser, new nickname.
With a green hat, with a feather in it.
No, green hat might blend a little too much with his skin. A purple one would work though. Purple hat with an orange feather. He'd be good to go.
All right, everybody listening to that, we need a picture of that drawn. We need somebody to draw that up. Bowser with a pimp hat and a pimp cane. That would be awesome.
I'm pretty sure if you look around, you can find it.
But yeah, okay, I can see where that could actually come into play, because they would have to, because thinking about, well, you send Scourge after the emeralds though. You would send Scourge after
yeah, he's just like that one guy that basically just goes out while everybody else is focusing on each other.
Well, during the big diversion and with the kidnappings, he could easily get the emeralds, and you can send Star Spirits. Yeah. Is it Star Spirits? That's what they were called in Super Mario RPG, right?
I can't remember what they were called.
I know there's 7 stars and they talk to you.
Yeah, aka the weirdness of Square Enix. But yeah, I want to say it was Star something, but I don't remember what.
I'm thinking Star Spirits. I mean, I'll look it up later, but right now I'm not too worried about it. Somebody can correct me if they feel like it. I don't care. But I was thinking Star Spirits.
Yeah, because that would be good. Because Robotnik. Well, because you already know Sonic is gonna piss off Robotnik just by showing up. Bowser will be
you filthy blue ball of hair.
Yeah, and Bowser will be doing his regular kidnappings. All that would be while Wart and Scourge is stealing everything else that they need. So yeah, that actually works as far as the bosses are concerned.
Yep. It was thought out. It was thought out.
And then you throw in a couple of well-timed explosions in the middle of New York, and then you got a Michael Bay movie.
Even though they're nowhere near New York.
Yeah. But for Hollywood, for Hollywood purposes, for the movie, it has to be in New York. And it has to be CG mixed with live action.
Oh my god.
But there's a reason for the Chaos Emeralds and the Star Spirits, at least as far as I thought, and that is to have super forms.
Okay.
Super forms, and hyper super forms.
For everybody?
Yep, for everyone.
Okay.
Not
how
one
is that,
get left out.
okay, so how is that going to look on Mario? I'm sorry.
Think of here's how I think about it. Think of how Alvin Earthworm was doing the Super Mario Z series, and the Hyper Mario had the yellow and white him and Luigi.
Oh, okay.
That's how I thought. That's how I imagined it to be. Super would be maybe a full white outfit. No, Hyper would probably be a full white outfit, but Super would be with the yellow and white.
Okay.
So yeah, I was thinking about it.
Okay. That was the other, like, if you do it where like everybody, okay, because basically you just have them go gold or go white, basically. Okay.
Depending on the person.
All right.
On the person,
It would be some flashy color. I know that much.
Okay.
Oh man.
So yeah,
it could be done with careful planning. You don't want like, oh, hypersonic broken level.
Yeah. Basically.
No.
But it might be a way to give access to certain areas that characters can't get to, that they wouldn't normally be able to, like a path meant for another character. Be an interesting way to play the game.
True. Now, would this be an RPG type setting, or are we gonna still keep it like?
Oh, it's still going to be platformer.
Platformer.
Still be the platformer.
Okay.
Probably have to cut back Supersonic and Hyper Shadow and all them. Have to cut their speed back some.
Yeah. Yeah, because you would have to actually, because like the best uses I've seen of Supersonic and Hyper Shadow have all been in space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
That's how they've used them, like Sonic Adventure 2 and what is Sonic the one where he turned into a werewolf, a werehog or whatever.
Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah, Sonic Unleashed. That was in space when he went super.
Well, actually, that
wasn't in space.
cool.
That was actually underground.
Oh yeah, underground. I'm sorry.
That was at the Earth's core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, you had to be in like an extreme
situations.
Yeah, extreme situation.
But along with that, if you didn't have those things, there would be like the final levels wouldn't be available.
Okay,
I mean, you would like how Sonic 3 had it, where you didn't get to the final zone unless you had either all the Chaos Emeralds or the Super Emeralds.
Yeah.
That was basically the idea, paying homage to that with having the Emeralds and the Star Spirits and combining the powers.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
So I didn't want to go through the whole, well, we got the Chaos Emeralds, and then we have to give them back to make Super Emeralds. No.
Yeah, that would just sound like, first that would sound like cheap, and then second that would
I
just
still
piss
want my
everybody
characters
off.
to be able to go super after they collect them damn emeralds.
Yeah. And you want to hear that Dragon Ball Z break music, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
You, you want to hear the narrator say next time on
Dragon Ball Z.
Can
Next
Super
time on
Mario,
Mario and Sonic.
Can Super Mario stop? You know,
That would make a funny anime, though.
That would make a funny anime.
All right, okay.
Could they stop Scourge from this?
We're getting too far off track, even though it's funny.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry
gonna
about
work.
that.
Look, it's okay. I like it, but I still want to finish out the game idea.
Okay.
So now I'm going to work on the items. Now this will be blended between Mario and Sonic items, obviously. And the way I'm going to work it, since they affect properties differently, whereas Mario items affect the physical character and Sonic items kind of environment around you. I said infect. Wow. You would be able to pick up a Mario item and a Sonic item together and be able to use them. But I'm going to list off the items and let your imaginations play with that. All right.
All right.
Alright.
I'm thinking of some stuff. So yeah. Let's start with what I can use.
All right. The invincibility and the star. Practically the same thing, but we know the star moves once you set it free, and invincibility is always stationary. They both pretty much perform the same action. Probably wouldn't mean you would be able to use them together and make like a hyper star effect, but it wouldn't do anything any differently. Sorry to disappoint people. It's already super powerful as it is.
Makes sense.
Think Sonic 2 with the invincibility shield and then turn into Supersonic.
Gotcha. Okay.
But have
Alright.
the glowing effect of the star with the invincibility. That would look beautiful. And that would be how it would go. Okay, other items. What? Go ahead.
Oh, you know how overpowered it would be if, like, let's say Sonic went ultimate, like, alright, let's say he goes his Super Saiyan mode, and then he goes into it, he has invincibility, has a star power, has basically
that's epileptic Sonic right there.
Imagine
He'd be foaming at the mouth, passing out.
Yeah, it's just like that. It's just like, you know, the final boss battle, and then you go in, and it's just like all the powers. You know, you got it like the end of Sonic Colors, where it's like Frenzy, Cube, like all that stuff.
Okay. That's okay. All right, I get that one. What you got next?
All right. The Fire Flower, Mario staple for generations. The Ice Flower, Speed Shoes, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Shields, the original Sonic Shield, because I like the look of that one the best.
Okay.
And the Flame Shield, the Water Shield, the Lightning Shield.
Dang man, how many shields?
Oh, he got a lot.
The Sonic games, they got a bunch of different shields.
It's more than Shield himself.
Yeah. But okay, and just to give an example, say Mario had any one of the elemental shields, the Flame Shield, the Water Shield, or the Lightning Shield. Say he jumps up in the air and does a ground pound. It'll send out a shockwave of the element that he has around him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rather than him being able to spit a fireball, he'll be able to ground pound and hit a bunch of enemies nearby.
Oh, so you said,
Work out
alright.
really well.
So depending on his shield, like say, alright, a Thunder Shield, it would be like a Thunder Shockwave?
Yeah. Like,
oh, that would be nice.
They would retain the elemental properties that they had from like Sonic 3 when they were first introduced.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Sonic jumps in the air, he speedballs forward.
Uh-huh.
And he crashes through things.
Yeah.
Mario can't do that necessarily, but he has his ground pound ability. So he would smash the ground and a wave of fire would go around. But you combine that with him having the Ice Flower, you got fire and ice. He can ground pound and he can still throw his ice balls.
Yeah, that would work.
But I still got more stuff to go through on the list. The Super Leaf or Tanuki suit. Mario characters would get the Tanuki suit from the Super Leaf. Sonic characters, outside of Tails, Cream, and Rouge, would pick up the ability to fly short distances. They wouldn't be able to go super far. Whereas Tails, Cream, and Rouge would actually be able to fly for a longer period of time without getting exhausted. And they would get like a little leaf thing on their foreheads, those three, rather than them changing. And Sonic characters, their bodies would change to match the color of the leaf. I don't know which color I'm going to go with. I don't know if I'm going to go with brown or green, but it would match the color of the leaf.
Okay.
And they get little wings or something. I haven't thought about how each individual character would look, so you gotta forgive me on that one.
It's all good.
Then there's There's the hammer for the Hammer Bro outfit. Now imagine Sonic running blazing down a track, throwing hammers at people.
Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
But picking up the hammer for the Sonic characters would give them a sort of a monochrome effect, with the exception of Amy. And here's why: because she uses a hammer.
Oh yeah, the
So
pow pow hammer.
she would retain her color, but she would get the ability to throw her hammer in boomerang fashion, being able to hit multiple enemies.
Like Thor?
Yes,
Okay,
just like Mjolnir.
gotcha.
Maybe
Okay,
not as strong as Mjolnir, but
but yeah, I get what
similar
I can see it
fashion.
now. I can see it now. Okay, I can see it. All right, all right.
Obviously, the
Okay.
life shroom and the one-up boxes, those are self-explanatory. No need to talk about those. And rings and coins. Now, rings would still be a collectible, and coins would be too. But there would be a different purpose to collecting rings, because collecting rings in Sonic was to sustain his life, as well as to be able to do super forms. And that would probably still be retained, being able to do the super forms with them. But they would also be collected to allow characters to do special moves. So you do a special move, a certain number of rings disappears. I haven't thought
Yeah.
out all the special moves, but we've seen things that Mario and Sonic can do. So imagine their games. Think about all you've seen. You get my point. The coins would definitely retain their purpose of being collected to gain extra lives. That way, the gameplay can be a little bit dynamic in a way, like because you get in a tough situation, you don't have any rings, and you got a boss fight that you just can't handle with the standard move set. That's gonna make you think. It's gonna make you think about how you can collect more rings. Coins, obviously, just to build up your lives, because this will be one of those games that will be hard as all hell, and you're gonna need as many lives as you can get.
Okay, gotcha.
Now, here's a few items that I've made up myself because they don't exist in Mario and Sonic, and they would fit pretty well with what the idea is. The Thunder Flower, and there have been fan videos with Mario or Luigi picking up a Thunder Flower. I haven't actually seen a Thunder Flower in anything Mario and Sonic, and at the time I researched and it was nowhere. So, a Thunder Flower being able to shoot lightning instead of fire or ice, quite obvious, and an environmental shield for based off the Sonic elemental shields, where this particular shield contains the properties of all three of the electricity, the fire, and the water. It protects from all of the environments, and it takes multiple hits to be able to be lost.
Okay.
Another thing would be a heart box. Now this combines Mario and Sonic as one thing, because it's the box from Sonic and pretty much an item that was in Mario 2. You find the heart boxes to extend your health. Where
All right.
you start off with, say you start off with 5 hearts and you use the heart boxes to refill your hearts as you lose them, if you find them. And also a heart capsule, which would extend your hearts by 1, but it only, like in Mario 2, would only pertain to that level. So you'd be able to go from 5 to 6.
All right.
And from 6 to 7 if you found the second one. That one would have to be harder to find. So, give your breakdown on those.
That was a lot to process. What?
Okay, well, you got me on that, but you left out one of my favorite suits from Mario, man. How you gonna leave out the frog suit?
Oh, the frog suit. Oh man. Yeah. How did you leave that?
As you know what? Because it's not fair to Sonic. He can't swim.
Yeah, but Mario can.
Well, he doesn't. Wait.
Maybe put a water bubble in there. He can't breathe underwater if he's in the water shield.
Well, yeah, you're right.
He
You know
does
what?
have
I didn't
life.
even think. The bad thing is, I was trying to think of something else I was missing, and the frog suit probably was the one thing I completely forgot about.
And the only reason why I brought it up because I was playing Super Mario Bros. 3, so I mean earlier today. So
Oh, that frog who saved you on the water levels, didn't he?
yes, he did. So yeah, let's see.
Well, that would be another thing to consider to be able to put in water levels where Sonic doesn't die in 3D.
Yeah, basically because all you have to do is just either swap out or have the water have where he can use that water shield bubble, whatever they call it.
The water
Sometimes
shield.
yeah, because
I think
sometimes
it's called the water shield. I mean, it's either the water shield or the bubble shield. Either way, it allows him to breathe underwater, and he can bounce high. He can bounce off the ground and bounce high when he's using it.
yeah. So yeah, other than that, I like the items. The Thunderflower thing, yeah, that's actually kind of tight. I like the whole Thunderflower idea. I like the whole ground pound and shoot out whatever the elemental shield is. That's interesting. Uh, yeah, I like the breakdown. I like the breakdown. Except just give me my frog suit.
Okay, but like I said, I was thinking things through, and that was probably the one thing I forgot. You gotta give me some leeway, man. I'm human.
No, you're not. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's actually pretty good because I was gonna ask you about like water levels and stuff like that because yeah, Mario does swim. I mean, or ice levels or something like that because ice levels would actually make it tricky because since Sonic has to run, that would
Hmm.
actually make it tricky, and
Slippery as all hell.
that's where you can actually have Shadow, do that because Shadow isn't actually on the ground.
Oh, that's something I didn't even think to say about Shadow. Whereas Shadow goes is concerned, he won't play exactly like Sonic. He'll play similar to him, but he would have his abilities that they show him with that he never uses playing the game, like the chaos control where he can teleport.
Yeah, I hate that when
So
they do that.
that's something I thought about. Let him be able to teleport through like certain walls and find hidden paths,
Yeah,
stuff like that. But I mean, I want all the characters as far as that goes to have their natural abilities, just not to the point where it breaks the game.
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Whereas Sonic, I would have to cut back some of his abilities so that he can use them with the shield, because it makes it fair. So, because that's what they did to omit all those different shields. They just gave Sonic certain abilities standard, like his homing attack, which is basically based off of the air dash from the fireball.
Hmm.
His bounce, which took from the water bubble shield or whatever the hell it is, and his double jump, which came from the lightning shield.
Okay.
Oh, and the lightning shield draws in. I didn't even think to say it, but it would draw in the coins and the rings. Obviously, they're metal,
Oh,
magnetism.
like in Adventure 2.
That's how it worked in Sonic 3. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
that's how it worked in Sonic 3. So I was like, yep, go with that.
Okay. That makes it easy. Okay.
Unless you get hit,
Yeah, and then you're mad because you timed that jump
because
well.
everything fly away.
Because you timed that jump.
You timed your jump well, and everything just go flying everywhere, and you can't collect it.
Because you're in midair. Uh,
Yep.
so yeah, that yeah, I could deal with that item breakdown. Yeah. Oh well, let me ask you one more item. Uh, I know you said the Tanuki leaf, so we're leaving the cape out of this.
Yep, the cape stays out because that has to be a part of the super high performance and shit like that. So
Okay,
yeah,
okay, all right.
because otherwise, like, yeah, Mario had two things to fly with. No,
Yeah, and that really wouldn't be fair. You're right, that wouldn't be fair. Okay,
yeah,
all right then. Yeah, other than that, yeah, cool, cool. That works for me.
fangasming again.
More than likely. More than likely.
um, I'm thinking. All right. Let's see. What items
See, he's
have
thinking
you?
of all the possible combinations he could throw together.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because I'm thinking like oh, that would be nice. Imagine like
Well,
fire,
I
the
was
fire.
just literally, I was literally going based off of how the games work. We know everything that Mario picks up magically affects him through his body. All of Sonic's items work on the exterior. That's how they've always been.
Yeah.
Combining them is so easy. There's no difficulty to it. Just think of how Kirby Crystal Shards was.
Oh my God.
Kirby.
Kirby, the most overpowered character in video game history.
And thinking of that, if you apply that thought to that, then yeah, that is that is a good way to make the use of items.
Yeah. Because like
make some boss fights
you can have some
interesting.
kind of because you can have some kind of like combination form like sometimes, not like all the time, but just like sometime. Because that way it would like say because since it's like a crossover type of game, it would you would have some kind of crossover power ups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's say he's still just like, damn, I could put fire and ice together
with the Hammer Brothers suit and the lightning shield.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine that. It's like, let's say if you have the fire shield, every time you throw a boomerang, it would be on fire, because it would be ignite by the shield.
But to do that would use some of your rings, because that would be a special ability, so people would spam it.
Man, I still spam it.
You spam it till all your rings are gone.
I spam it just because it look cool.
Or in the sense of like the Mario example I gave, where he had the fire flower and the lightning shield, where he could do his ground pound, where it turns into plasma.
Yeah.
Or he would maybe not do a ground pound, but make him like just stand in place and smack his hands to the ground and make a plasma bolt, a bunch of plasma bolts shoot around him.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be, like I said, I spam it just because it looked good.
Say, I'm putting ideas in y'all heads, ain't it?
Like, dude, I will be spamming the hell out of that.
See? Told you told y'all before. This is why Nintendo and Sega need me.
Well, hey, Nintendo is hiring.
Yeah, but I don't have any experience in the field, so they're gonna look at me funny. Like, we don't want your game idea.
Is it copyrighted? No. Good. Write it down.
Please understand. Your game idea seems nice, but I do not understand. You want us to merge with another company?
Wait, we will take another look at your proposal, and you're sure nothing is copywritten.
You know what? Just in case, we will look at your background right now.
Well, technically, since I am putting this idea out on the air, it is technically copywritten to me because I'm the first person with it.
But it is in writing.
I see that you have also using our IP, Mario. You are lucky that we Japanese, because if we American, we sue you right away. We let you off with warning, okay? Thank you.
Oh man, just be like, we don't want your idea. 5 minutes later, put this game on the presses now,
right now, right now.
Like, you heard all that stuff? That was brilliant, genius. How can we let that go?
Why didn't you think of this?
Look, they would look at me and Moto like, why didn't you think of this? Smack. Oh man.
Yeah, but that's actually that's actually cool, and yet you would have to have some kind of rule in place so people wouldn't spam it, because because with a rule in place, people gonna spam it. So you would have to like have
spam it until they out of it and they can't use it anymore. Then be mad when they get to a boss and can't beat it.
Man, this game too hard. Where's my Call of Duty?
All right. Now, final thing is definitely to break down the stage level types. So I'm gonna go do that now.
Okay.
First stage type, speed. We all know Sonic is at his best when he can run through things and fly off springs and bounce and jump off everything in sight. So definitely speed-based stages would be designed after my favorite level layout for the 3D Sonics was actually Sonic Adventure 2. So based on those types of layouts, that's how the 3D speed type stages would run. But they could have the 2D type element like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Colors did along with Generations. They could definitely have that type of transitioning for the stages, but there would definitely be parts in it where you would have to switch maybe but from the Sonic character to the Mario character and vice versa in order to find certain paths or be able to break certain walls or footholds to get to a different area.
Okay.
And for finishing off those stages, if you finish it in 3D, then the gold ring from the Sonic series. If you finish it off in 2D, the flagpole.
All right. That's cool. That's cool.
I mean, it will only really make sense to do it that way. Is because I like to pay homage to where the games came from. So if I can think of anything that they've done before that would be cool and you could actually earn extra stuff while utilizing it, then I would do that.
Okay.
Now, example 2 that I came up with for a stage type would be a search type of stage. And the layout for these would be more akin to how Mario 64 was, or maybe Super Mario Galaxy. Probably Mario 64 just to keep it flatlined and not boggle people's minds too much. But in the search type of stage would be one of the ones that you'd be able to look for and find like the characters that were kidnapped. Like you literally have to spend your time looking through every nook and cranny of these stages to find this particular character, or when you go back to find a certain item like maybe a Chaos Emerald.
All right.
The third one, platformer type, sort of similar to how the search type stages work, but in 2D style like New Super Mario Brothers is, but with like the Sonic elements randomly thrown out. Like you could run the stage most of the time with Mario, but you get to this one loop he can't run through. Swap to Sonic real quick, get through the loop, move on. If you feel like switching back, switch back. These would more or less I would probably prefer to put the Chaos Emeralds on, because that way it could omit having to have a special stage. But if there's no item to be found, then the level would end with either the gold ring or the flagpole, because these stay in 2D. Then boss types. Now boss type levels, we know how Sonic has always worked. Boss type fights are never exactly the same. They always change up. And this is where that inspiration is going to come from. The boss levels, you might fight Eggman, you might fight Bowser, you might fight Scourge, you might fight Wart, or you might fight two of them at the same time. Like have Bowser and Scourge in one, and Eggman and Wart, or Eggman and Scourge and Bowser and Wart. Doesn't matter. If you can put it together the right way, it works out for me. Especially with Scourge levels, you need to have that speed type character, because all of his boss fights, you'd have to chase him. It would be no way around it. You would have to chase him.
Yeah, so kind of like what you had to do with Shadow at the end of Sonic Adventure 2, when it was basically like on that space station, it was you and him in a race, basically.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
All right.
And in these fights, you definitely would see some of the minions popping up, jumping out, like maybe some egg robots, some Koopas, whatever. But it would for all involved, it would be a fun experience. At least from my perspective, if you get four people playing with Sonic, Shadow, Mario, and Luigi, you might have some fun on that boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
And definitely the final boss fight, you would have to take on all four of them. Maybe not all at once. I don't know. We'll see how that one works out as far as my thought process goes. But
Okay, I'm processing this one.
there's a lot. There's a lot there. I might have said it short, but that is a lot.
Because well, so like okay, so basically you have like the boss fights be like first like probably 2-on-1, probably 2-on-2, something like that, and then at the end, final act, all of them. Right.
Well, I would first would be starting out. You do one at a time because you don't want to take them all on at once. That doesn't. I'm following how Mega Man used to work. Where it would show you something before you got put in a situation where you needed to apply that information.
Okay.
Whereas, like you would, okay, your first boss would probably be Wart, and then behind that you'd have Scourge in another boss fight, and then Robotnik in one, and then Bowser in another one, and then like down the line after you maybe like the fifth or sixth one, you fight them in twos because this game would have to be kind of big anyway.
Yeah.
And then further along, once you get to the final one, you'd actually have to face all four of them.
Okay. That makes sense.
And that's without having the Chaos Emeralds and the Star Spirits.
Dude, that's cheating. That's cheating.
No, I'm saying if that's how far you can get without those.
Uh-huh.
Once you actually, have those, you would actually be able to deal with whatever entity brought all four of them together.
Oh, okay. I often say that was cheating.
No, you could use super forms against them.
I was gonna say because that sounds like some old Event 51 from Smash Brothers type mess. that you just can't, and you didn't say Jigglypuff was in this game, so I can't find a way to cheat my way out of it. Okay, so let's see. The way you just described that boss situation, so basically, like after probably say like at the end of every chapter, minor boss fight, whatever. Then as the closer you get to the big reveal or wrap up, that's when you'll do like the 2-on-1, 3-on-1, stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Where you would finally come to the conclusion, hey, they're all being controlled. Yeah. Which would be fucked up, but
yeah.
But it would make sense because you're like, well, if they're making it past these little roadblocks, I got to make it harder.
Yeah. As long as it ain't taboo from Smash Brothers. We see him like with some bandaged up wings. But yeah, okay, I can see that work.
I throw everybody a curveball. Be red armor from Ghost and Goblin.
Yeah. That would be funny.
No, you can't do that.
It would be funny though.
It would be. It would make a lot of people mad.
Yeah.
No, it would have to be a totally new character for that, just for this particular game, though.
Yeah. Okay. Cause all right. Yeah, I can see that being interesting. But the only thing though, you don't want it to feel like a retread or anything like that. So, like the boss fights would have to be like different every time you fight them, like something different.
Yeah, that's. Oh no, it couldn't exactly be always the same. The only one that would have the staple of being the same would be Scourge, because it would just be fun chasing him.
Yeah. And plus, that's what you would need. You would need Sonic and Shadow for that.
Yeah.
You would have to have Sonic and Shadow for that.
The other ones are kind of fast. They're just not as fast as Sonic and Shadow.
Yeah.
They even say Amy is pretty close to Sonic speed. Sega said this.
Well, dude, how many years she been stalking him? I mean, she better be in console speed.
But yeah. Oh gosh, I don't know. That was just too funny.
Dude, I speak only the truth. Um, Sega made stalking tolerable and
They made it
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah, and hilarious because I've never seen a stalker with a giant mallet.
I
Uh,
know.
I've never seen a stalker that misses their target.
yeah,
Sonic.
continuously.
Like, how you hug Shadow and Silver?
Yeah.
Gosh. Mm. And here would be the funny thing: we'd have to have her get kidnapped by hugging Scourge.
Yeah. I mean, because that'd be the best way to do it. That would be the best way to do
Like
it.
Amy got herself kidnapped.
Yeah, Amy got her own self kidnapped. Like Scourge wasn't even trying to get her, but because she showed up, it was just easier
Like she saw a fast hedgehog and went after him. That was all.
Yeah.
Just have him knock her out and drag her off.
Basically. So yeah, that could work. That boss layout could work. It could work. It will probably be a little bit hectic, but as long as you keep every fight fresh and different, then yeah.
Oh, that would, that's the thing that would probably make most people mad because once they figure out one pattern for one boss and the other one's not similar.
I can't believe you're making me do this, man. I hate this game. It's hard. I'm playing NBA Live. I'm sorry. Did I say something? I'm sorry. Did I say something?
You probably just hurt 500 feelings.
Oh, I didn't say nothing wrong.
If only my channel was that big.
You just hurt my feelings. I like sports games. I play it because this game's too hard. I can't do this.
Oh, and honestly, I want this game to be as difficult, if not more difficult, than Super Mario 3D World.
So you want a Ninja Gaiden Razor's Edge level, huh?
Yeah.
He wants Ninja Gaiden critical.
It's gotta be.
He wants like the critical hard.
It's gotta be playable. Mode. I want it to be easy to play, but I don't want people to just run through the game like, okay, I'm done 2 hours later.
Like you want it.
If somebody did that. I want people to feel like beating this game is the achievement of their life.
Got it. I get it. So basically,
not an achievement.
You want it accessible but hard to master. So easy to get into, hard to master. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want it. Look, I want the game to. I'm going to make it fair because with all the stuff you're getting, all the stuff you're able to use. That's quite fair to make it more difficult in exchange for that.
Yeah. True.
Have some Super Koopas.
and you gotta have them dancing. You gotta have them dancing to the beat. You gotta have them. You can't have no Koopas in there and they ain't dancing to the beat. Matter of fact, throwing the song by Tupac and see if they still dance to the beat.
Oh my god.
Matter of fact, make that make that be like a city stage. Make it a West Coast city stage.
The bad thing is you saying that would make me want to make like a nightclub type stage just to have the Koopas running around dancing.
They do it in every game. You might as well let us do it in that one. Yeah.
Throw what's the area above the star stage? Those special levels from Super Mario World. The one that has like the conga line music.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Take that song and put that in.
Yeah, and they be doing it. Yeah, had the Koopas doing that because the Goombas wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, had the Koopas and the paratroopers doing all that. just have Sonic because at that point you have to have that cutscene where Sonic just looks at breaks the fourth wall and like really. Just have Sonic break the fourth wall.
You really thought this was funny?
Yeah.
Oh man, and I've run through basically, the main campaign of the game. I haven't talked about the multiplayer, which I would want to have online for this.
Okay.
What would make the multiplayer interesting is that it would be sort of like the Sonic Adventure 2 multiplayer, where you can actually race through the levels.
Okay.
That would be really good.
Cause what I was thinking was more like, cause remember when in Sonic Adventure 2 when they actually threw in a kart game, a mini kart game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't do that. No.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. You was like gonna do. I'm like, okay, that probably wouldn't be right, cause whatever. But this, yeah, that one, the battle game where you can actually go back and actually race through the levels. Yeah, that would be tight.
Yeah, have a racing setup and like have some stages specific for like a battle setup where you can't get away from each other. And you gotta see who can knock who else out first.
Oh, okay, okay.
But the battle level might make it so that every person isn't tethered to someone else, because that would just be hectic.
Yeah, that
But
would.
for the racing to be done properly, I'd allow for up to 8 players to be on, which would be 4 teams of 2
Okay.
for the race.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that could be really hectic, really hectic.
Yeah.
But it would also be fun and interesting because you'd have to be able to depend on your partner to be able to save you at the right time and to give you a boost at the right time.
Yeah.
And you'd have to be able to say, "Hey, I know my partner knows how to use their items." So you have a Mario tethered to a Sonic, and Sonic running by Shadow and Luigi, and Mario got the Fire Flower. You better be able to hit Luigi and Shadow and slow them down.
Yeah. Yeah. And that will probably be one of the cooler ways. Would you have like certain mission based multiplayer missions, or would it just be like straight up races?
You know, I hadn't thought about doing missions, more or less because I didn't want to overcomplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, the missions might actually make it more fun. Like you have to search a particular level. Well, then, if doing it that way, I could break it down into races. Hide and seek, which would be searching for a specific item. But I call it hide and seek because you know it's hidden. You gotta find it, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where the location changes every time. Can't be in the same place all the time on the stage. Then people get mastered and go, oh, I know where to go.
Yeah. I always hate that
like,
when some games do that.
Yeah. And then have the battle setup, which would probably play similar to Smash Bros.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, like I said, have the characters untethered and do up to 8 people on screen at once. Online multiplayer.
Okay.
Everybody at the screen at once?
8 people. So out of 14 characters, 8 of them can be on screen. Out of 14 playable characters, because it's 7 from Mario, 7 from Sonic.
Okay.
Did you see what I did there?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I'm just trying to see, because how are there 8 people on the same screen? Oh, okay. I got you.
Online multiplayer.
No. I know, but it's like will each person get like their own view?
Depending on if they're playing on the system by themselves, yes.
Like,
I mean, obviously, it could do split screen for them.
Because like
say you got 2 people on one system, and that would be the max for online multiplayer. Because any more than that, it might be a little bit of a problem. But
right.
You have 2 people on the screen for each console.
Okay.
And up to 8 people in one particular setup at once, whether it be a battle, whether it be a search, or a race. Races and searches would be done in teams, where you have a Mario and a Sonic character tethered together, whereas the battles, everyone is individual.
I got you on that. Because I was just wondering if, like, okay, it's like everybody's on this one single, let's say, stage, right?
Yes.
But will each of them have their own kind of view? Because I know it's gonna be online multiplayer, but will each person have their like own kind of view, not just like one kind of view set up? Like,
Well, if it's two people, if they're doing a race or a search mission, it'll be one screen
okay,
because that makes more sense to do it that way. But for the battles, if they're playing two people on the console, then it'll be split screen. So
All
that
right.
they'll be able to tell where they're going and they don't have to be locked to the other person. Think of how Smash Bros. Is going to be on the 3DS, where it's a closer view
Yeah.
and the arena is bigger, where you can't really see the whole arena. That's how it would have to be set up.
All right. I got you on that.
Or I could actually just do the regular Smash Brothers way and just have a huge arena and you can't see what you're doing, but I don't think people would enjoy that.
Yeah, you'd have to be able to have the camera move in.
Yeah. Zoom out if you like need to be able to hit. You could be able to hit a button and zoom it out on your own,
Yeah.
and zoom it back in. But it would by default be zoomed in so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah, I got you. So that's not bad. I think
That
would
might be a
actually
little bit
really-
too ambitious though, after having
Yeah.
such a difficult single player, well, difficult main campaign and everything. But we'd be able to say you could use the multiplayer mode to just like unlock extra stuff in the game, like maybe costume changes and stuff like that, things that aren't standard to the game, rather than make it DLC like some companies I know. Capcom.
Yeah. I don't think the main. Well, yeah. Well, all you gotta say is multiplayer. All you gotta say is online multiplayer, and you're good to go. You
Yep.
said the magic word: online multiplayer.
With voice chat.
Yeah. You can't forget voice chat. Oh, and you can't forget cross-play, cross chat, because God forbid if somebody's want to tell you about something that's happening in a game that you care nothing about, and you try to play your own game, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that actually sounds plausible and feasible at the same time. Actually,
And it extends the replayability.
yep.
Without cheap tricks, without digging extra money out of people's pockets. I figured out how to save the game industry.
And for some reason, people still aren't going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're going to be like, that doesn't.
As long as, that's how it goes, man. As long as it makes money, you're gonna keep doing it. If it doesn't, then I'll stop.
Yep.
Basically.
How it goes. That's how this wonderful industry goes.
And then you got people like me with these amazing ideas that just, we can't even talk to one of them heads to get them to listen.
Nope. But yeah, that wasn't bad. That was actually an interesting story. So let's back up.
Yeah, she woke back up, but it's all right. We at the end of the show anyway. Honestly, I don't even know how long we were going. I think it's been like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I would say.
Not bad for a first episode.
Not bad for a first game idea
Yeah.
to be thrown out live.
Yeah.
I do have plenty of others though, so we'll get into those at another time. But overall, if this game was made the way we were just talking about, if this game was made, what would you rate it? Because I know you would buy it.
I'd give it 8.5.
That's not bad. That's good. Okay.
I'm waiting on my check you're gonna give me to pay me off to say 10. Once that check clears, honestly, I agree with games. Probably about anywhere between like an 8.5 and a 9.5 for, because you got to realize, people, once you say like hard, that automatically turns them
You
off.
already deducted the point.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
already deducted the point. I know.
Yeah. So I mean, but yeah, like personally, I like I like ideas like that. Well, you already know me. I play Ninja Gaiden 3 for fun, so I'm a glutton for
You
punishment.
I love when I get in a difficult situation in that game and I gotta actually think my way out of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm a glutton for punishment. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I would enjoy it. So somebody like me, yeah, you get like a 9.5 to a 10 out of me, but
That'll be
uh,
The
20,000.
general populace is probably gonna drop it down to a 7. So
yeah. And then if you didn't pay them, if you ain't pay the right people, drop it down even more.
you ain't pay the right people. That game is a 4.
Yeah.
So you want us to review your game? All right, so 20,000. So yeah, so that would be nice.
Just send it.
Look, $200 per point.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Per positive paragraph.
Oh gosh, man. Broke as it is, that ain't gonna happen.
So,
Man, but you know that's what they would say.
yeah, basically, it'd be in the contract. They wouldn't say it would be in the contract.
In that fine print.
Yeah.
All right, for us to take out the 200 negative things we said about your game that we just made up,
But
we're
you
gonna
really played
need
it.
$500,000. Saying.
And here's the thing that people would probably say. This game can't run on the Wii U. Not the way you just talked about it. I'm sorry, but do you know Nintendo's compression methods? Say hello, Super Mario 3D World for me.
Yeah.
Isn't that like 2 gigs? 2 gigs?
One actually.
Like,
1.5.
one.
Oh yeah, it's 1. It's
Yeah.
the same size as a Link Between Worlds
Yeah. And
as data.
yeah. So I
That
say
explains everything.
so, and then if you add voice in there, which you probably would add voice in the game like that, it'll probably go up to what, 2 gigs maybe, if
Mhm.
that, because if they got Mario 3D World and Zelda HD down to like a gig with music in it, and it's down to a gig. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. That could be handled. That could be compressed to like 2. So, yeah, I don't see why I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
don't see why I wouldn't be played on everything, really.
Mhm. And I would beg of Nintendo to not try to push hyper HD on it. I say, look, 720p is fine as long as it upscales. I don't care. Like, I don't care if it doesn't upscale, honestly. But
I mean, I'll
I
say
know how some people are.
I said it once and I'll say it again. If the game looks smooth, why are you complaining? If the game plays smooth and it looks smooth, why are you complaining? You know you can't tell the difference. You know you can't tell the difference with the naked eye.
This game would have to be at 60 frames and locked, because with all the action going on, any hinge, any slow up, fatal error.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
But I think we are done with the show, and it was a pleasure to have Games and Jay on here. Thank you guys for sitting with me and listening to my video game idea for a proper Mario and Sonic platformer, one that probably won't ever be made, but I give hope to those who have never had the chance to think of it themselves. This series will not be an every week thing. It will be bi-weekly. So next week, don't expect it. If you checked it out on my channel, expect it the week after, because even though I have plenty of video game ideas, I know I can probably run through them in a year. So I want to extend that time and let myself build more ideas, and plus it gives more people time to listen and reflect in on what I'm saying and let me know, hey, if this is a good idea or if this is a horribly bad idea, and you can move on. So
Yeah, makes sense.
It's and also if somebody comes across this and they say want to send it to Nintendo or Sega, it has some time to build some views. All right. Well, again, thank you for listening in, all that did. And if you didn't catch all of it, I suggest you go back to the beginning because it was funny, but at the same time, hey, I sling some good ideas. And if you have never heard me on the Gamers at Large podcast, you need to listen in.
Yeah.
I turn in the Gamers at Large podcast to the Anime at Large podcast on a regular basis.
Oh god.
Yes, he does.
But yeah, again, and also, I will be, if anyone is interested, say if someone's interested and I have a game idea of my own I want to put out, but someone else wants to jump on and they might want to talk about their own game idea, I'll let them come to this channel and do that. I'll take a back seat and be a panelist and let them do that. I can always present whatever game idea I had the next time. So that's what this segment is more about. It's about gamers' ideas, not just mine. Any gamer that has like a well thought out game idea and you want to talk about it, come to my channel and do that. Heck, if you know any indie developers that haven't, talked about their game ideas or put out any media, send them to me. I'll let them come here and talk about it. That's what this is for. I want people to be able to express their ideas here. Whether or not I think it's a good idea doesn't matter. If it's well thought out, it's well put together, or at least you have a good base to go off of, and we could probably build it along the way. That's what this is about. That's what I want it to be for. That was the sole purpose of this segment of Gamer Idea Foundry. So I just hope people that can resonate with people and they enjoy what happens here. But we'll do sign-offs. Since I let Games go first before, and pretty much most of the time I picked on him, I'm going to let Jay go ahead and do his thing and sign off.
All right, it's Jay from the Game Cafe. Had a blast tonight talking over this game idea for a Mario and Sonic True platformer. You can always catch me on my channel myself, Jay's Game Cafe. Check us out. I usually have shows. I try to have shows at least once a week. So I used to try to do days, but now my schedule's been hectic, so I just do them when I do them. But I usually try to do something at least once or twice a week. So just check me out, and I will see you guys tomorrow night on the Gamers at Large podcast.
As will I.
All right, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and really good idea that he has. And remember, once he said again, "Yeah, got any ideas?" Good, because make sure talk to him for it. So yeah, this is basically it. Catch on April 8th during the direct. I will be doing a reactions. These two will be there. So,
yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
So basically,
you thought the last time was good. You have not seen anything.
Oh my god! Especially if you know me with reactions, holy god! But anyway, hopefully you guys can join in on that, and maybe I could be on the podcast bar with this room. But anyway, I will see you guys later, either tomorrow or on April 8th. This has been Gamerman906 / Games Rosa, and may you have a wonderful day.
That sounded creepy.
That sounded awesome.
Well, anyone wants to, like I said before, express their game idea, you can either message me here on YouTube with a personal message. You can hit me up on Google+, or you can also email me at gbginu@gmail.com. Either way, I'm receptive to ideas, so let me know if you want to jump on.
But
I'll
please
invite
understand.
anybody.
Please understand. You steal any of our.
Get out of water.
I will sue you.
But as I always say, until the next time, enjoy your games. And we're out.